Today we are just going to hop right into things because I'm just sitting here getting ready for my day, and I thought I would go ahead and turn the camera on and film me using some new products that I have gotten recently or have just kind of been hanging out here and I haven't gotten a chance to use yet. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna hop right in. First, I'm gonna use this Kimchi Chic Candy Lips Lip Mask. This is the Pink Sour Punch. There's only one of these, but I used this yesterday when it came in the mail. It kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty lip balm that comes in the tube. What is it, like Hydra Lip Silk or something like that? I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that, but for me anyway, when I first put it on, it's a little bit tingly. I noticed that yesterday. And then moving on to primer. This is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I just have a deluxe sample of this because this is $58. And if I don't like it, I don't want to spend that kind of money on a primer. So I'm just going to use, I don't know, 2 pumps of this and spread that all over my face. I do like the way that these silk canvas primers feel on the skin. I'm just not sure if, for me anyway, they do what they say they do. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off camera and put my foundation on because I don't really have anything new for that. So I will be right back with foundation. I'm not sure if I really said, if I don't show what I'm using on camera, like when I skip steps, if I don't have something new, I will list it down below. Anyway, moving on to concealer. This is also from Kimchi Chic. This is the Most Concealer. This is a good concealer. I've used it twice. I'm still kind of playing with it. Ooh, but you don't need a lot. And I am using the shade. Is the shade not on here? I believe it's the shade Ivory because I've had to get the, got the lightest one because, you know, I'm pale. And this is, focus, like a brush tip applicator, kind of like the, what is it, LA Girl? So I'm not using a ton, I'm just using a little brush to spread the product out. And then going in with my Juno & Co. Velvet Sponge. I am just going to blend this out, and I used too much again. There's definitely a learning curve with this. And it's not as white as it looks on camera. Like, I look insane right now. So let me blend this out and I'll be right back. So there's a lot of coverage in this product, and I still feel like it's kind of a little bit of a learning curve for me about how much I need to use, because I just used way too much and I look geisha pale, which there's nothing wrong with that, but wasn't my intention. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and powder now. So I have the Sydney Grace Cloud 9 powder in the shade Fair, which is really just kind of like a white, translucent-y looking powder, but it does have some white pigment to it, so it's great for brightening. I have been playing around with this as well, and I am doing a whole Sydney Grace video that is coming. I just need to put in my thoughts and edit it. But anyway, so I've been playing around with this, and I'm just using it again today to really try and gather my thoughts on it. I turned my light down so I wasn't so blown out and I still look nuts. Anyway, bronzer will help. Then moving on to bronzer, I have the Kimchi Chic Sailor Bronzer. If you don't know who Kimchi is, she is a drag queen and she does have a slight lisp, so Sailor is really funny to me. And it's in the shade 01. I went to Malibu. if I can get it open. That's what it looks like. It's got a mirror, which is nice. And I'm gonna use my MAC 135 brush. This is not the one I wanted, but this is the one I will use. Ooh, ooh, pigment. So, ooh, whoa. It's a lot more pigmented than I was planning on. It's fine because, like, look at this side of my face. That's really pretty. I don't know why it's looking patchy on camera, but it doesn't look like that in person. Again, I don't know why it's looking patchy on camera. It does not look patchy in my mirror over here. So, it's very pretty. I like the color. I heard somebody say that the color was a little bit too warm, but I like this color. It almost reminds me of MAC Give Me Sun, but in a less orange way. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying my bronzer, and I will be right back. Okay, so bronzer's on. I do really like this. It's very pretty on the skin. Doesn't look patchy anymore on camera, which is nice. And then, going back to Kimchi Chic, this is the Thaler Contour in the shade Tawny. Ooh, what is that? So I'm gonna use this, and I like that it's a split pan, which makes it good for traveling, if anybody's traveling right now. Anyway, so I'm gonna go into the contour shade with my MAC. Is this a 133? I don't know, but I'm just gonna tap into that. So far, this is reminding me of Bone Beige and Emphasize from MAC, if you want a reference point for what these are kind of like if you have been thinking about purchasing from Kimchi. Yeah, this is very much like Bone Beige, which I like for my pale behind, because I am so pale that a lot of times some contour powders look more like bronzer on me versus a contour. They don't look like a shadow, they look like a bronzer. So it just kind of looks like I've deepened up my bronzer, but so far this is very nice and I really like it. You can see that it's just created like a shadow there and is lifting my cheekbone and pushing that area in, which I very much prefer versus adding more bronzer. Then I'm going to switch brushes, take the white side and clean up some bronzer here, just kind of buffing out the edge. I'm not really, it just kind of cleans up and blends a little bit. So far, I really like this. I like this much better than I like the MAC contour powders. They're much more pigmented and they feel smoother. The MAC contour powders are good, don't get me wrong, but this is much more pigmented, so it's gonna last forever. So most of my face products are from Kimchi Chic. This is the Thaler blush in Cheeky. That's what the back looks like. The packaging on this is, again, stunning. This is what the color was. I bought this one because it's different than most blushes I own. I don't have anything this pink. So I'm just gonna swirl my brush in both. Just kind of tap, tap, whoa. Tap, tap. Ooh. That. That blends like a dream, like a dream. For my highlighter today, I'm going to be using Satin Kicks from Sydney Grace. And I don't want to go crazy, but this highlighter is light, bright. It's a lot. So we're just gonna gently tap in and buff that on. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be using the At Forest Sight palette from ColourPop with Raw Beauty Kristi. I love this palette. This color story is beautiful to me. It is mostly mattes with 2 shimmers here, which I love. This shade here, Let It Rain, has some shimmer in it. I don't know if you could really tell, but it probably, in all honesty, is going to show up matte on the eye. So I'm going to do a look with this. I'll point out what I'm using. I'm not really going to talk too much, but I do want to use this shade here. So for setting mist, I have been trying out the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray, I think is what it's called. I just got the mini, but it's a pretty decent size for a mini. So I'm just gonna spray my face. I think I like it. I don't know if I would repurchase it, but I think I like it. I've only used it a handful of times, and by that I mean like 3 times. So, but anyway, BRB. Then lastly, I have this Luxe Gloss from ColourPop and Raw Beauty Kristi's collection. And this is in the shade Glacier. So I am going to use this. These are very nice glosses. They're a little bit on the thick side, but they're very nice. All right, and that is the finished look. Trying some new products. Let me get a little bit close here so you can see. So that is everything, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.